welcome to EDFL TV for another week. It's Bonaire EDFL TV and we have a new set. How do you like it, Pilios? Delaney Signs hitting us up.
Unbelievable. Fantastic to be here. Great backdrop, like the old EDFL Knows Football days. Great to be here in the boardroom. Big week of football it's been in EDFL, hasn't it, mate?
And it was a big week just gone by. We had the split round in Premier Division and we also had the introduction of Division 2 football. Great stuff for the EDFL.
It's a great week, historic week. Congratulations to all the clubs competing in Division 2 / known as C grade, Division 2, and pretty successful.
Some big news overnight. Hillside and Alan Izard have parted ways. Ray Stevens, the assistant, will take over for the remainder of the season. The fourth senior coach this season to bite the dust. Just talk us through the events down there at Hillside. Spoke to the president, Scott Absalom, today, and he reckons that the fact that they got a high-profile coach was to stay up in Division 1 and the fact that they're not just made sense to part ways.
Yeah, the expectations he had of Alan wasn't met. Hopefully, he was hoping that Alan would bring a few big key forwards and defenders as recruits as well. And look, just a few personality clashes as well with some senior players, but more the fact that he felt that Alan didn't live up to what was expected. So he moves on, and Sydney Hillside Sharks has Ray Stevens for the rest of the season and looking for a new coach for season 2013.
It's a few clubs Alan Izard's gone through in recent times. Noble Park and Hoppers Crossing, just to name a couple in the past few years. Yeah,
look, great fella, but maybe the end of his coaching career. Hopefully not for Fallon, but definitely in the EDFL looks like his days may be numbered.
Alright, let's have a look at the senior results from last week. There was only 2 games, and the big surprise packet was Pascoe getting so close to Strathmore. 4 points in the end. Strathmore got over Pascoe by nearly upset of the season just about. And Pascoe forms recently has been awesome.
Yeah, they've been phenomenal. They probably are the 4th best side at the moment, even though the ladder doesn't say that. Very unlucky too. Strathmore only Fitzgerald brothers out, and probably Messi from their best side. So a great effort by Pascoe. Very unlucky, but their physicality on a smaller ground was a big difference. And Jared Bannister, very hard matchup. And
superb form again, 5 goals.
He's their Jordan Doring in a way, can go forward, play taller. And if they get a taller opponent, he's too athletic. And if they get a smaller defender, he's just too good with his hands.
Alright, and the other result was Greenvale 38-point victors over Essendon Duda Stars. There's 3 games this week now with the split round in Premier Division. The first one is Oak Park versus Craigieburn. We say it every week, but it looks like Oak Park might in fact get a win they need.
Desperate for a win. You know, that loss against Aberfeldy has really shell-shocked the Oak Park community. There was, you know, a lot of injuries they've got at the moment, and a lot of unhappy players after that round, and I've got no doubt Glenn Dawson will really shape them up for a big win coming against Craigieburn this week. Blockbuster,
Maribyrnong Park versus Aberfeldy. You love this one, don't you, Pilios?
It's going to be a cracking game. Arch rivals, neighbouring clubs. Look, 2 clubs that do like each other, very close by. Marby Park have always been the little brother of Aberfeldy, but really some solid rivalry between the 2 clubs. Aberfeldy over recent times have had the wood over Marby Park, with Marby Park I think won their first 5 against Aberfeldy in A grade. But I think the midfield of, you know, if Skipworth does play, Peville should be back, and Tommy Hislop should be back as well. Very good midfield with Phillips and Norris and these guys. Hard to stop for Aberfeldy.
And the 3rd game of Premier Division for the weekend, Keilor versus Avondale Heights. A nice little intriguing contest here as well.
Yeah, Avondale matched well against Keilor because Keilor aren't overly a big side, and if they can stop Garth and Putt, they're a big chance because they're a very fast side, and very unlucky Avondale Heights losing after the siren of Marby Park a fortnight ago.
A couple of weeks ago, yes indeed. Let's have a look at the Premier Division ladder as it stands. Of course, we are in a split round, so it is thrown out a bit, but Greenvale and Strathmore nonetheless are far and away the 2 best teams in the competition, and the ladder suggests that 1 and 2. Aberfeldy in 3rd spot, and Maribyrnong Park game clear of Oak Park, who sit in 5th. Oak Park, then it's Pascoe a game behind Oak Park now on 20 points. We've been great if they had got that win against Strathmore, just would have put them that little rung up on the ladder.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's Keilor, Essendon Duda Stars, Avondale Heights and Craigieburn. Alright, Matty, let's have a look at Division 1 for last round. It was great to see 4 games that, although there were a couple of blown out results in the end, you knew going to the games that they could be hard-fought, tough contests, and it was Hadfield 62-point victors over Northern Saints.
Yeah, Dowsett and Robinson and some of the unknowns at Hadfield really performing. Your old club, you know a lot about these guys, but fantastic footy. They had great juniors for a lot of years, and these 18s now are 19, 20, 21 years old. They're playing great football, and that's just a great win against they're probably arch rivals in the local area, Northern Saints.
Batsman Abdul Wahed, the former Hadfield player and West Coburg as well, found himself in strife again.
Yeah, look, done the crime and he's got the time. 4 weeks. He's probably harsh on Basman. He's a great man, he's a great footballer, but unfortunately for Basman, he probably just needs to sharpen himself up with things like that. And we hope to see him back because he's a great player.
Okay, Airport West smashed Tullamarine, 97 points. Some pundits out there thought that Tulla might have been a chance at home, but Airport West just blew them away.
Injuries at Tullamarine, I think they've got season injuries. Delaney as well missed last week. He's gone for the season. General O'Neill, Marcy, a handful of others. They've just got so many injuries. Tulla don't have the depth, and Airport West made them pay.
And the 46ers, it was the match of the day broadcast, and they reversed the tide against Taylor's Lakes, who smashed them in round 10. Glenroy in the end got up by 9 points. Interesting sort of situation after game. Boundary rider Alex Bangaro for the match of the day, interviewing Lance Whitnell, and a few of the 46ers boys thought it'd be good to pull his dacks down whilst doing the interview.
Lucky it wasn't a visual interview and it was over the radio, but poor Alex there. But look, Glenroy's start was really good. I think they were 23-0 about 9 minutes in and really set the tone for the day. Two physical sides as well, and two potential finalists to really take on West Coburg and Airport West. Glenroy finding form at the right part of the season, and this is the result the Glenroy Footy Club would have wanted over the last couple of years with recruiting and spending heavily.
And it was West Coburg 54-point victors over West Meadows at Willowbrook Reserve. Let's just go through the games.
Great win
for this week. We've got 4 games that all 4 teams pretty close on the ladder with the games we've got. West Coburg versus Glenroy. Glenroy pushing up the ladder. They probably won't get past West Coburg in second spot, but nonetheless 2 versus 3.
And at West Coburg's small ground, Glenroy are a very physically strong side. Whitnell as well will get a 1 kick out of the square, similar to Granger does. And look, Glenroy are a massive chance. I'd tip them at West Coburn's round to play, get closer to West Coburg than they would at Sewell Reserve. So should be a cracking game. West Coburg for me, just though, they're a great side and have done very little wrong this season.
Airport West versus Taylor's Lakes is the other one. Taylor's Lakes, they go down here, a big strife of not making the fall.
Yeah, look, it's hard to tip against Airport West. Taylor's Lakes will bounce back. They weren't disgraced last week. They do play well against Airport West predominantly over the last couple of years, and I think this will be a closer game than people think, but Airport West to get the chocolates.
And it's West Meadows versus Hadfield. 2 teams had a nice little rivalry going through the junior system as well. These 2 clubs match up well against each other, and always a good clash.
And both very physical, hard sides. Respect these both clubs too. They both have a lot of quality homegrowns in the club, and they both play really hard for the jumpers. Not saying the other clubs don't necessarily, but these are 2 clubs that are really good local football clubs and sides, so it should be a cracking game of football. Tough one to tip. I think West Meadows maybe just at home. The home ground advantage sometimes for clubs like these do because they've got their home grounds do make a bit of a difference.
Speaking of homegrown talent at West Meadows, Robbie Mullen is this week's Beyond the Game feature. You can catch it on essendondfl.com.au.
Superstar, he's a young fella.
This week's footballer as well. Northern Saints versus Tullamarine. 2 teams that a few weeks ago you probably could have almost penciled in for a finals berth.
Yep.
They had a great game a couple of weeks ago, the Match of the Day broadcast. Only 3 weeks ago, that one.
Yep.
They need to back it up here again after 2 disappointing showings last week from both teams.
Yeah, definitely. Look, both sides will be desperate for a win. They were pretty close at that Match of the Day 3 weeks ago. I think at home Northern Saints will get the chocolates here. Tullamarine again, a lot of injuries, and Northern Saints will be desperate to, especially the touch-up that they got from Hadfield last week.
Alright, that's all for Division 1. Now to Division 2, historic last week. As we mentioned, and we got 3 results from that. Hillside got over Moonee Valley by 29 points.
Nice close game.
Not enough to save Alan Izard his job though. Keilor Park, 214-point victors over Jacana, but was good to see the Jaggers kick 4 goals, 7-31. And East Keilor, probably a bit of a surprise, only got up over Roxburgh Park by 16 points in the end.
Yeah, Roxy Park, their success story of 2012, really improved from round 1 to round 14 now, so they've been fantastic. Got a young list, and really just going to take an experienced coach to come on with a few players to really improve and be a threat in the EDFL.
Let's just have a look at the games. Hillside versus East Keilor, probably one of the biggest matches across all 3 divisions.
Could this be the Division 2 Grand Final preview, I ask you?
I absolutely think so. Both teams on 24 points, only split by percentage. Will be an absolute blockbuster.
Hillside at home, new coach, beat fire on the belly, could get an upset over Bilasani's boys, East Keilor.
And the other game, Keilor Park versus Moonee Valley. Moonee Valley really need a bit of percentage here if they're going to push in the third spot, which is probably where they need to be if they're going to make the premiership tilt.
Keilor Park have got some momentum from last week. The Valley, look, they're definitely improving. A great club, great bunch of guys. And this is Keilor Park's chance to, I suppose, avenge the touch that Moonee Valley gave in round one, and even it was a closer game last time, but I think Moonee Valley will be too strong.
Coup today, it was that day. Roxburgh Park versus Chicana is the last one. It's been 7 weeks since Roxburgh Park sang the song. We talk about their improvement, but they'll really want to get a good solid win against Chicana, won't they?
Yeah, look, I think it'll be about 70 hours they'll be singing the song when most people are watching this. I think Roxburgh Park, no doubt, will get a very well-deserved win.
Alright, there we go. That is Division 2 completed. Let's take a look at the ladder quickly. East Keilor, Hillside, Moonee Valley, Roxburgh Park, Keilor Park, and Chicana. Pilas, just talk us through, or tell everyone out there, just a little hosting role you've got coming up.
Look, the wife doesn't like us promoting this, but do some emceeing for Miss Universe and Cosmopolitan Model Searches, which is a sort of part-time gig from time to time. So, looking forward to it. A young guy like yourself would be definitely a chance there in the crowd. So, your man Corey McKernan will be down there. Might be at one of his venues as well, but something to do just for some extra money on the side, mate. Feeding a young family. Times are tough at the moment, but mate, great to be on EDFL TV as well. Yeah, well done to yourself.
Got everything up and running with the signage. It's looking good.
And some of our great sponsors as well with the EDFL.
Yeah, Bonaire, Westpac, Tonner, getting the job done.
And keeping us warm up, they this winter. And Facebook and Twitter, tell all the people out there, social networking.
Please get on. We have an operation 1,000 likes and 1,000 followers by the end of the season. So Facebook's up to about 750, and we've got about 800 followers on Twitter, so at EDFL Footy. So we've got Operation 1000 coming up, so please get on it, do your bit, follow and like, and we'll be back next week for more EDFL TV.
Stick with Michael Power, new media manager, doing a great job. Thank you on EDFL Football. Good work, mate.